Welcome into the Buckeye Blitz. I'm Tito, Jeff Thitoff. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a while, I know. We're powered by DSP Media. Follow me on the X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, that happens. But we have so much to get into today. You can go to the website, fanstreamsports.com. The FanStream Sports app is also free for both Apple and Android users around the clock. Programming on the go. We got so many different shows we're adding all the time. Go check that out. So, today's show is going to be devoted to a lot of the 2025 recruiting class. Ohio State's had a lot of recruits that have committed lately in the class 2025. Right now, the Buckeyes have got the top class in, according to 24/7 Sports, the top recruiting class for 2025. Bo Jackson committed. No, not that Bo Jackson. I know Bo knows, whatever. I don't like that Bo, but that's a different story for a different day. He is a 6 foot tall, 205 running back out of Cleveland, Villa Angeles, St. Joseph. Fifth overall in the state overall, fifth running back in the country, a 4-star. He committed June 4th. He took a visit to Alabama June 7th, but nonetheless still committed to Ohio State. Looks like he's locked in there. We got some other recent 2025 commits I want to get into. Jake Cook is a 3-star center from Westville North, just right here in Columbus, suburb of Columbus. He's 6'5", 295. And finding a good center is critical. He's a 3-star guy. I get that. Don't get so excited about it. Nonetheless, if you can get a competent center, athletic center in, it's good for your program. So I like the fact he's in there. He's in class 2025. Wide receiver, Bajam Miller. He's a 3-star from Mansfield, Ohio. He's 6'4", 180 pounds, and he can play. He can do a lot of different things. I'm excited about this guy too, another in-state guy. And it's interesting with Ohio State when you look at it. For the longest time, Woody Hayes, Earl Bruce were all like about protecting the border and making sure you get all the big kids in state that you want to get. John Cooper kind of took it to the next level, went national, which was great also. So definitely you got to have a balance there, though, of getting guys in state and also going across the country. There's another kid now, 4-star receiver, Quincy Porter out of Bergen Catholic in New Jersey. And he's 6'3", 190 pounds. He picked Ohio State over Penn State, Oklahoma, Michigan. And one of the things, like it looked like he was leaning towards Michigan. Quincy Porter was leaning towards Michigan, but he ultimately said that, look, what made the decision for him easier was Ohio State puts guys in the draft. Ohio State's wide receivers get drafted. You've seen it with all the guys that have come out lately. Garrett Wilson coming out. You got JSN coming out. You've also got, obviously, now you've got Marvin Harrison Jr.'s number 4. The number of receivers have come out for Ohio State in the draft. And so he cited the success Brian Hartline's had getting wide receivers drafted. It is why he came to Ohio State. He is the number 8 wide receiver in the country. Running back Isaiah West, a 4-star from Philly. He is 5'11", 208. He's rated as about the 40th best running back, but I think he's a lot better than that. Isaiah West, though, a big get for Ohio State. Get him and Bo Jackson both in. It makes this 2025 class really elite. On the defensive side, a huge get is 4-star edge Zion Grady from the state of Alabama coming here. He's 6'4", 235, edge rusher, and he chose Ohio State over Miami, Florida State, Tennessee, and Auburn. Florida State was very much into getting this kid, and he ended up choosing Ohio State over them. And so, defensive side of the ball, Jim Knowles has done an incredible job of recruiting, and so is these other guys. James Laurinaitis, threes from Ohio State. He's done a great job also of helping to recruit linebackers and whatnot, but that's a big get for Ohio State, getting Zion Grady out of the state of Alabama. Big news there. 4-star safety Fahim Delane committed to Ohio State. He's from the state of Maryland. He's a 6'2" safety. Ohio State safeties, overall, the defensive backfield is really going to be good this year, and they need somebody to step in 2025 because they will lose some key people coming up this season. So Fahim Delane's a very big player for them. Ohio State, like I said, is the first in recruiting for the 2025 class, according to 24/7 Sports. They've got 19 commits right now, and among that 19, they got 3 5-stars, 11 4-stars, and 5 3-stars. Yes, that's 19. So 3 5-stars, 11 4-stars, 5 3-star recruits. They've got one quarterback, Tavion St. Clair, who's a 5-star recruited quarterback who they love. They got a couple of running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 offensive linemen, 2 edge rushers, 1 defensive lineman, 2 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, and 3 safeties. So it's a great class for Ohio State already, and they've still got some more spots they're going to fill. But this 2025 class, Ohio State is making tremendous progress in inroads, not just recruiting the state of Ohio, recruiting all over the country. So Very excited about this class coming in 2025. And look, I know just because you got stars next to your name, and I've talked to players like Tyvis Powell for Ohio State. I think he was a 2-star or 3-star when he came out, had a fantastic career at Ohio State. Just because the number of stars they have next to their name doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be fantastic players or pan out, whatever. Nonetheless, when you've got this many guys in there, it shows that you are recruiting at a high level. And so Ohio State, again, they're number one right now in the 2025 recruiting class, according to 24/7 Sports. And I love the fact they've got 2 edge rushers, a defensive lineman, 2 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, and 3 safeties. Ohio State with Jim Knowles is going to have an incredible defense this season and also going forward. A couple other things. EA Sports releases top 25 places to play. So EA Sports is coming out with the new college football game. We all know that, coming out in July. But they're doing different releases now. We'll talk more in the next one about some of the offensive, defensive rankings. But I want to talk right now about the fields and the top. Look, EA Sports is taking a lot of they're doing very detailed things as far as deciding what's going on in the different stadiums when you play the EA Sports game. So the top 5, they released top 5 toughest places to play in the country. Kyle Field, Texas A&M, Bryant-Denny Stadium, which is Alabama, Tiger Stadium for LSU, the Horseshoe here in Columbus, number 4, and Sanford Stadium for Georgia at number 5. There are 3 stadiums on the list in the top 25 that are scheduled to host Ohio State this season. Spartan Stadium is 22nd. They play at MSU on Saturday, September 28th. Austin Stadium is in Oregon, and Ohio State's playing the Ducks. They're ranked 11th on October 12th as far as toughest stadiums to play in. And then Beaver Stadium, who's ranked 6th, Ohio State goes there on November 2nd. Other Big Ten schools on the list include Wisconsin's Camp Randall, number 7, the Wolverines, Michigan Stadium, number 16, and Kinnick Stadium is number 20 for Iowa. So that's the list. Look, I don't know. I haven't been to some of these stadiums. I've been to Camp Randall. I've been to Ohio Stadium, obviously, but LSU gets a lot of love, and I get that. They say there's nothing tougher than playing at LSU at night in Death Valley. Alabama, I'm sure, Kyle Field, Texas A&M. Look, A&M has been up and down in recent years, and the coaching change now this year. We'll see if that holds up and how that goes. I know they got the 12th man thing and everything, but it's all of these stadiums, when they talk about this, in my mind, a lot of it depends on the opponent. Like, look, when Ohio State plays, they're going to play. They just swapped out a game in 2025. They got rid of Connecticut and added Grambling. Will it be a big environment? Maybe not. It might be a noon game. And so it might not be like an incredible environment. Obviously, when Ohio State plays at home at night against Penn State or Wisconsin or whatever, Texas years back, all those games. When those things happen, Ohio Stadium, the Horseshoe is rocking. Ohio State does not have that same energy in the non-conference games that don't matter, or conference games that's like Ohio State's going to roll this team. So maybe A&M, overall is a better one. I don't know. Maybe Alabama is. But I'm telling you, Ohio State, when it's got a night game environment against a solid opponent, that right there is when Ohio State is at its best. The Oregon game this year coming up on October 12th, I'll be there. I can't wait to see Oregon. They only see, I think the stadium's like 54,000. And so I'm curious how loud that place will be. They do well, though. Oregon's got a tremendous home record, and so we'll see what happens there. But also, so I mentioned earlier about the fact that Ohio State next year was supposed to play Connecticut in October, like mid-October, as a mid-season non-conference game. That game's now been canceled, and Ohio State instead playing Grambling. It'll be their second, I believe, opponent of the in the HBCU. Florida Atlantic, maybe in the other. I'm not sure on that one, but anyway, Grambling State, though. And Grambling, by the way, Eddie Robinson, one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. His legacy is with Grambling. So they'll be coming here in 2025. We'll see how the rest of the schedule shakes out. Ohio State's got Texas to start the season next year. Can't wait to see that game. All right, that's it for today's Buckeye Blitz. Again, follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, @ThatHappens. Go and check out the Fan Stream Sports Facebook page and interact with some of the hosts. We have so many great shows coming out right now. And my cousin Rob does Notre Dame podcast. We've got so many different things, though, on here, though, you can check out. And the Fan Stream Sports app is available for free. That is on Apple and Android. Round the clock programming on the go. We got so many great things coming up. But thanks so much for tuning in. This has been the Buckeye Blitz. I'm Tito. At It Happens. Follow me.